Hi guys, welcome back to DSF. I'm Logan and this is our first video of 2024, my first one at least. Happy New Year. We hope that 2024 brings you much joy because today, surprise, surprise, we're at JAECOO, the new sub-brand under Cherry, which is going to launch its line of premium off-road SUVs. And while we already knew about the J7, which you will see in a separate video, they surprised us a little bit by bringing out the J8. So as you can see here, JAECOO 8, right? This is the bigger, more, I would say, mature version of the J7. And it has its own sophisticated design to help it stand out as well. So coming here from the front of the car, you can see not only this massive teardrop style grille that JAECOO is known for, you have this under compartment here that houses most of the ADAS features. You have this sleek but still not as thin headlights as you have on the J7, which I kind of prefer because headlights these days, they're getting really thin, they're getting really small. I don't know, I don't like it that much. But then again, those are split headlights, these are not. So maybe that has something to do with it. You've also got this nice styling here. You've got your bumpers here. And I personally love this gray color, but it also comes in green and various other colors as well. So what do you guys think? Is this color doing it for you? All right, so before we take you around the back and in the interior of the car, I want to point out this little styling element at the side. This is very German. It reminds me of a certain German brand. I'm not going to name names, but I like this design. It's very smart. Like I said, this gives off a more mature vibe than the J7 sibling, right? The smaller one. And also, check out these two-tone wheels. Don't they just look amazing? And of course, off to the side, you have your pop-up door handles, which, oh, these don't work like Mercedes handles, do they? I don't know what the craze is about pop-up handles these days. Everyone seems to love them, but I always get afraid because this is just one more piece of technology that could end up breaking at some point. So what happens if your door handles don't pop out? How are you going to get in your car? Of course, JAECOO has thought about that. They've added in some safety features. It can handle a lot, being a premium, rugged off-road SUV and all that. But yeah, still, one more piece of technology that's unnecessary. Okay, now coming to the rear of the car, as you can see, we have not only this very stylish teardrop pattern that is mimicked in the front grille on the tail lights, the light bar runs the length of the car. This is a very common design these days, right? Even the Proton S70 has this now, which I think is still a very premium design. And by the way, this boot, all-wheel drive as well. So I'm speculating that most likely this will only come in an all-wheel drive variant. If not, we might get more. But let's see what the booth is like in here. Look at that. Didn't I tell you how spacious this was? And since this is not only a high-end luxury premium off-road SUV, being an off-road SUV, the suspension should be able to handle a lot, which I assume you could use this similar to how you would the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but without the seats. You know, you can sit here, have a picnic as you go camping, after your off-road trip, have a nice drink, something, and it's more than spacious enough. Look at that. If you don't sit too far back, your head won't touch it. And there's more than enough space if you want to lie down as well. You've got lights here. Of course, your tonneau cover as well, which even if we pull it all the way up, you can see that there's still a lot of space here. You can also see that there's underfloor storage with a full-size spare wheel as well. So that just about sums up the rear. And of course, power tailgate as well to open and close. Okay, now that you've seen the exterior, let's talk about the interior of the JAECOO J8. Now again, you'll notice here immediately, twin screen setup. Again, reminds me of another German brand. I'm not going to name names. But you've also got wireless charging right here, got your cup holders, ample space and storage. And look at this steering wheel. It's nice, it's chunky, it's flat bottom. This middle part here is empty, which some people dislike, but I don't know, I like it. Got your gear stalks, got your paddle shifters, a head-up display, and these rectangular vents, frameless rear view mirror. Overall, this thing is very intuitive, it's very premium, and surely it should be rugged, although we haven't tested it, but I'll take your word for it. Now, one more cool feature I really wanted to point out. You'll notice there's no door handle here, despite the seat controls being here. Guess how we go outside? Pay close attention to what I'm going to do right here. The push of a button,